Before we begin today's conversation, we want to speak directly to our community. Last week, we were unable to share an episode due to unforeseen circumstances. Life sometimes asks us to pause, to recalibrate, and to return with intention rather than noise. We appreciate your patience, your loyalty, and the support you continue to show us. We are grateful to be back with you today, and we promise every word that follows comes from a place of purpose.
Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for understanding. And thank you for allowing us the space to show up fully when we do. Now, let's begin.
Welcome to M&M Beyond Words. This is Madi.
And this is Mohammed, where conversations are not rushed, truths are not diluted, and silence is respected as much as speech.
Today's episode is not loud, but it's heavy. Not dramatic, but historic. It's about a small nation with a long memory and a conscience that refuses to stay quiet.
Today, we are talking about the Gambia standing before the International Court of Justice, speaking not only for itself, but for the Rohingya people of Myanmar.
Setting the moment. Let's be clear. This is not politics as usual. This is not power flexing. This is not about money, borders, or dominance. This is about moral responsibility.
In a world where big nations often look away, the Gambia choose to look directly at suffering and say, this matters.
A country with limited resources, yet unlimited courage, invoked international law to accuse Myanmar of genocide against the Rohingya people. And that choice alone changed history because it reminded the world of something ancient and sacred, that justice does not belong only to the powerful, it belongs to those who are brave enough to demand it.
True, some people ask, why the Gambia? Why should rather a West African nation carry this burden? And the answer is quite simple, because silence is also a decision.
The Rohingya were stripped of citizenship, driven from their homes, women violated, villages burned, lives erased as if they never mattered. And the Gambia remembered its own wounds, its own years under fear, its own unmarked graves. Pain recognizes pain.
This case is not charity, it is solidarity. It is one nation telling another, your suffering will not be forgotten.
The weight of representing, the weight of representation. When Gambian lawyers stood in that courtroom, they carried more than legal documents. They carried the hopes of displaced children, the tears of mothers without graves to visit, the prayers of people who no longer trust the world.
And whether the final judgment comes today or years from now, the message has already been delivered. That genocide will be named, the crimes against humanity will be challenged. That the law is not dead, it is waiting for courage.
What this says about the Gambia? Let's bring this home for a moment. This case tells us something profound about who we are becoming as a nation.
It says the Gambia is no longer just a survivor of history, but a contributor to global conscience. A nation that understands its past yet refuses to be imprisoned by it.
We are learning that leadership is not about volume, it's about values, not about size, but about spine.
A message to the youth, to the young people listening. This case is also about you. It's about it asks a quiet but dangerous question. What will you stand for when it costs you something?
Because the easiest path is silence. The easiest path is neutrality. The easiest path is this. It's not my problem. But history never remembers the comfortable.
It remembers those who spoke when it was inconvenient, those who acted when there was no applause.
Beyond quotes and headlines, this episode is not about law alone. It's about human dignity, about refusing to normalize cruelty, about believing that borders do not limit compassion.
And maybe, just maybe, if a small country can remind the world of its humanity, then humanity still has a chance.
So, the Gambia did not claim to be perfect. It did not claim to be powerful. It only claimed this truth that injustice anywhere is a responsibility everywhere.
And in doing so, it spoke not just for the Rohingya, but, but for every silenced people waiting for someone to say, we see you,
This has been M&M Beyond Words.
where we don't chase trends, we chase meaning.
Until next time, walk gently, think deeper, and never underestimate the power of conscience.
Thank you so much once again. Check you guys out next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Cheers.